quick fact that surprises almost every house hunter in Halifax right now. Condos actually cost more per square foot than houses do, not counting the monthly fees, just the purchase price. So before you assume a condo is cheaper option, I want to show you what condo fees actually cost, what they actually cover, and how to tell a normal fee from a red flag. I'm Logan Tomczyk. I've got over half a decade of real estate experience. If you're weighing a condo against a house, grab my free buyer's guide. And if you want to talk through the numbers on a specific unit, book a one-on-one call with me. Links to my guides and to my Google Calendar are in the description below of this very video. Let's start with that fact because it changes how you should be thinking about this whole decision. At the time of this recording, condos in HRM are averaging around $450 a square foot right now. Detached homes are averaging about $440 for a square foot. That's according to the data from July of 2026. So per square foot, a condo actually costs slightly more than a house. Why does that happen? Because a condo unit packs a kitchen, bathroom, and shared building mechanic systems into a smaller total footprint. Those expensive parts of a home, plumbing, electrical, appliances, they get spread out across fewer square feet when compared to a condo. So when you're looking at a detached home, with the same amount of rooms, so the price per square footage goes up in a condo compared to a home. And that's before you even get into the monthly fees. Most people walk into the condo market assuming it's automatically the budget-friendly option. And that assumption can cost you if you don't check it against the actual numbers for the unit that you're looking at. So let's talk about the fees, because that's really the question behind this video. What is it actually paying for on a month-to-month basis? Now, a condo fee typically covers a few real specific things. Building insurance. That's insurance on the building itself, the structure, not your personal belongings inside your unit. Exterior maintenance, the roof, the siding, the landscaping, snow removal, all the things you normally deal with yourself and pay for yourself in a house. Common areas, the lobby, the elevators, the hallways, and in some buildings, they have a gym or a common room that you're paying a small share of upkeep on, whether you use it weekly or never at all. And in some buildings, the fee also covers heat and water, which changes the comparison significantly because that's money you'd otherwise be paying separately as a homeowner. Now, a few luxury condo buildings will even have a concierge or a building super on site to maintain the day-to-day repairs of the building and provide security. So when you see a fee number on a listing, the first thing to ask isn't, is that too high or too low? The thing that you should be asking is, what is this actually covering and what's included in that number? Because two units with very different fees can end up costing about the same once you actually look at what each building is able to offer and what it bundles in together. Now here's what the fee does not cover. And this is the part that catches people off guard. It does not cover the inside of your own unit, your own appliances, any renovations that you want to make. All of that is on you. Same as if you were buying into a house. It doesn't cover special assessments. And this is the one I really want you to understand before you buy a condo. If the building needs a major repair, a roof replacement, an elevator overhaul, structural work of any kind, and the reserve fund doesn't fully cover it, owners can get hit with a one-time extra charge on top of the regular monthly fees. Now, sometimes running into the thousands of dollars per unit or per project. And the condo fee doesn't replace your own insurance either. You still want a separate, smaller policy that covers your specific contents of your unit for personal liability inside, just in case anything happens to your own stuff. So how do you actually tell if a fee is reasonable or a red flag before you commit to a unit? Two things. I'd tell you to check every time first. First, compare the fee against what's actually included. A higher fee that includes heat and water isn't automatically a bad deal. It might just mean that you're not paying those separately on top of it. So do the real math before you react to the numbers alone. Second, and this one is what most buyers tend to skip, ask to see if the reserve fund study can be shown to you. Now, this is a crucial step to make sure that you also have your property lawyer review the document as well. The document can tell you how healthy the building savings account actually is for future repairs, and it's usually available through the seller or the condo corporation. A well-funded reserve fund means fewer surprise assessments landing on you a year or two after you've moved in. And honestly, a fee that looks unusually low for an older building is more often a warning sign than a bargaining chip. It can mean that the building isn't saving enough for what's coming, and that bill eventually comes due one way or another, usually at the worst possible time. So really make sure that you're doing your due diligence when it comes to reviewing the reserve fund study. It can save you thousands of dollars. Here's the real comparison I'd want you to make before choosing between a condo and a house. Don't just compare the condo's mortgage payment to a house's mortgage payment side by side and just call it done. Don't do that at all. Add the condo fee to the condo side every month for as long as you own it. Add a realistic monthly maintenance estimate to your house side by side as well, because a house doesn't have a listing fee, but it absolutely has ongoing costs. They're just less predictable and easier to underestimate when you're comparing it on paper. Once you look at the real all-in monthly number on both sides of the comparison, then you actually start to get some real numbers here that you can work with instead of just comparing two mortgage payments and missing half of the picture. I personally love condos, but I'm not going to tell you that a condo instead of a house is the right call for you. That all depends entirely on how you want to live and what your lifestyle priorities are. You need to focus on how much maintenance you want to deal with yourself and what trade-offs actually make sense for your specific situation. What I will tell you is don't make a decision just based off the purchase price alone when picking between a house and a condo. And don't assume that the fee is either a scam or a bargain without actually reading what's behind it. Bring me the condo fee sheet and the reserve fund study on any unit you're seriously considering, and I'll help walk you through it, and we'll go over it together so you know exactly what you're looking at before you even make an offer. I'm Logan Tomczyk, your real life realtor, and I want to help you move with confidence.